won. And they didn't just accept that it wasn't possible within this timeline. And so the rules that I would encourage you to live by is that unless the laws of physics prevent it, consider it mental handicaps that your competition gets to live by and measure themselves by. Not a suggestion, a recommendation, and certainly not a fucking law, right? Industry standards are a handicap that you let your competitors use and think they're doing well. That is the gift that we get as soon as you get out of this belief. Because if you want to be average, use industry averages. And most industry average businesses suck, right? Why would we look at them to judge ourselves by like, oh, this guy's completely broke and distracted and has no idea what he's doing. I should look at what his numbers are and say, oh, we're about the same. Is that an accomplishment? Should we be looking forward to something like that happen? Like, if you want to be the best, use physics and math and then work backwards. And so I think something that'd be really good to finish on is this great piece by Jeff Bezos. And I want to read it to you because I think it just really drives this point home. Differentiation is survival, and the universe wants you to be typical. This is my last annual shareholder letter as CEO of Amazon. And I have one last thing of utmost importance I feel compelled to teach. I hope all Amazonians take it to heart. So here's a passage from Richard Dawkins' extraordinary book, The Blind Watchmaker. It's about the basic fact of biology. Staving off death is a thing that you have to work at. Left to itself, and that is what it is when it dies, the body tends to revert to the state of equilibrium within its environment. If you measure some quantities, such as temperature, the acidity, the water content, or the electrical potential in a living body, you'll typically find that it's markedly different from the corresponding measure in the surroundings. Our bodies, for instance, are usually hotter than the surroundings. And in cold climates, they have to work hard to maintain that differential. When we die, the work stops. The temperature differential starts to dissipate, and we end up the same temperature as our surroundings. Not all animals work so hard to avoid coming into equilibrium with their surrounding temperature, but all animals do some comparable work. For instance, in a dry country, animals and plants work to maintain the fluid content of their cells, work against a natural tendency for water to flow from them into the dry outside world. If they fail, they die. More generally, if living things didn't work actively to prevent it, they would eventually